Welcome back to the channel. Like we always do, going into the new month we have new PS Plus games and we have to cover their trophy guides. Let's see which ones are worth getting the platinum trophy. And this is a pretty interesting month, I must say. I'm a little bit mixed on it, but Psychonauts 2 is definitely an amazing game. Viewfinder is very interesting, based off an idea that they tried to do in Portal. I don't want to get the name wrong, but I think it's F-Stop was the idea for Portal 2, and then they ended up going back to the traditional Portals. And of course, who doesn't have Stardew Valley? Like, let's be honest, who doesn't have that game already? And that's the crux of why I'm kind of mixed. I kind of feel like these games are really easy to get on sale. I've seen them pretty steep discounted. Even Psychonauts 2, I've seen pretty steep discounted, especially Stardew Valley. Like, who doesn't have Stardew Valley in some form already? Like, be honest with me. Who doesn't have that? So, if you're looking at the value perspective, especially with the price of PS Plus going up and up and up and up and up, well, it's not a great month. But the quality of the games here, good. So we're going to get into it, and before we do, I just want to say Spyro Community Day is coming, and I plan to do it up big. I have 2 video ideas in the hopper for that. I'm probably not going to release both those videos on the same day, but expect some Spyro stuff to come very soon. But let's get into the minutia here. We'll start with the headliner. We have Psychonauts 2, and it looks like a very easy time at a 3 out of 10. But I do notice there are 2 missable trophies, Duck Duck Goose and I'm Always Here For You Darling. Those are the first 2 things I always look at when it comes to trophy guides, because that's very important. Duck Duck Goose, find the real panic attack during his phantom attack. Okay, so it's boss related. Okay. And then the other one, I'm Always Here For You Darling. Talk to Mila in her office. So apparently these are missable if you advance too far into the story. At least in this case, the other one is in a boss fight, so I assume you can't go back to the boss fight. But the rest is kind of like sort of like collectible kind of fare when it comes to like adventure games like this. Think like Ratchet and Clank kind of thing. I think like they're very kind of like not the same but similar analogs, and you have a bunch of collectibles. You do have a level that you need to rank up. So you have here principal intern, achieve rank 100. You do this by getting collectibles. And there's also, I think, one for okay, so you also have to get all upgrades here. And that is tied to rank 102. Okay, so you get to 100 for this trophy, but you have to get to 102, essentially, to get all the other stuff. It's all collectibles and also side missions as well. Here you have side missions that you need to complete, and you have trophies for those side missions. So it's kind of like standard fare. That's probably why it's a 3 out of 10. 25 hours to complete everything is great. It's a lot. This game is a lot more meaty than I thought it was. So that's really cool. Of all the games in this that I'm most likely to play, it's definitely this one. Although I have not completed the first game, and I would like to do that. I think I have it. And does it have a platinum trophy? Is a question. Yes, it does, and it's similar amounts of hours, 20 hours to complete it. So it's kind of similar. Might be something to check out and do like a double video or something. Psychonauts is interesting. It's definitely in my wheelhouse too. So maybe we'll see. Moving on, definitely the more difficult one of the update. You have 6 out of 10, 2 playthroughs, although we'll read something that says you can potentially do it in 1, and 110 hours. And I believe that. This is one of those types of games that's like Harvest Moon, but They kind of revamped everything, and this game sort of became the codifier for these kind of like cozy game renaissance that have appeared lately. Wet my whistle. 2 missable trophies. That's pretty great, all things considered. Just 2, and apparently, according to this note, you can get both of them in 1 playthrough, but it is recommended and much easier to do it in 2. For more information about those 1 to 2 playthroughs, please refer to the second stage. Okay, let's jump down. You got basically the first stage, if you're wondering, is a lot of this like stuff like cook 25 different recipes. Okay, craft every item for the Craft Master trophy. Find every star drop. So you got collectibles. Ship every item, full shipment. Okay, catch 100 fish. You got variations of this kind of stuff. As a farming sim kind of game, you best be anticipating this kind of thing. Cook every recipe. Complete the museum collection. This is kind of stuff you should be expecting. But now we get to stage 2, and we get to this. It says, note, if you really don't want to do a second playthrough, you can back up your save. Okay, cool. You can save scum. Okay, that's an option. Cool. But what is the trophy saying? Earn... Oh, okay. It says here, earn 10 million G's, gold. And the other one, become a Joja co-member and purchase all the community development perks. I guess the reason why they ask you to do it in 2 playthroughs is because this trophy is probably not cumulative, and if you're going to spend the money on this trophy here, where you have to purchase all of the community development perks, well, then it's going to be much harder to get this one. I see it now. Okay. And then the last stage is Prairie King featuring Pain. Okay. So you have beat the journey of the Prairie King and beat the journey of the Prairie King without dying. I assume you can... Oh, it's a mini game. Okay, cool. But yeah, going back to... Let's dive in a little bit more for this trophy. You can grind it out, and there are exploits on the version 1 version. So if you're not connected to the internet and you've managed to get the game on your console, I think there's a physical for it. Then there are certain strategies and exploits that you can take, or you can just do it with these strategies here as well as an option. But you know what you're in for when it comes to Stardew Valley. This is a game that does take time, naturally, as it's a farming game, to do this stuff. So 110 hours doesn't seem like it's out of the realm of like sanity, really. A type of game like this, I definitely see you spending a lot of time with it. And just naturally playing the game, you're going to cut through that hours. 6 out of 10, so it's a little bit more difficult, according to the person who made this, than maybe other farming type games are. But Stardew Valley, very ubiquitous game. Check it out if you've never checked it out already. But I find it hard to, like, who doesn't have this game, really? This game came out so long ago that, like, it came out on the Vita. This is like a shared version between the PS4 and Vita version. Now we get to our final game of this, and it is the easiest for sure. 3 out of 10, 1 playthrough, 5 hours, and I surmise that this is a 3 out of 10 with this kind of like amount of playthrough time, only because practically everything in this game is missable. You look at this big ass list here, the missable trophies, and it just keeps going and going and going. You could complete this game and like miss all this stuff. Let's say like you're just intentionally missing all this stuff, because I find it hard to believe that you'd miss everything here. But you could finish this playthrough with only the unmissable trophies, so that's 3, and the story trophies here. That's 8 trophies. If you're intentionally missing everything in this game, that's missable. And the collectibles, of course. But yeah, if you go into the trophy guide, you will have a basic chapter breakdown with everything that's missable. and there are video guides to go with it. So as you can see inside of the chapters, practically all of this stuff is missable, and a lot of them are collectibles. So you have the duckies that get you the get your ducks in a row trophy. So there's certain collectibles in certain parts as you play through the chapter. There's one-offs like buy battery, battered by a battery, contactless. So there's one-off trophies as well, but some of them are related to getting getting collectibles and stuff. Mahjong tiles, picking up the pieces. So get 7 Mahjong tiles in chapter 2, and it goes on as you collect this, and you do have collectible trophies as well that are all missable. Thankfully, at 5 hours long, if you do miss something, that's not so bad. Like, it's not so catastrophic if this game is only 5 hours long, that you can go back and go get that stuff. And I was looking at the actual like trophy rarities, and the trophy for the platinum is a 42.34 on PSN profiles and a 8.6. So pretty good. Like, the chances of you doing this with a guide and not collecting everything, like you actually miss something, well, it's not that bad. So Viewfinder, it looks like a very interesting game, very quick platinum in and out kind of thing, as long as you have a guide to help you get everything. And that's our month. In terms of the trophies, pretty cool. For me, I think I'm more likely to play Psychonauts 2, just because it's in my wheelhouse. I am a big platformer guy. I play lots of platformers, big and small. And then Viewfinder's probably the second one that I put on the list, and then Stardew Valley. I'm just not like that kind of like sim guy. I did those aspects in Pokemon just because I needed stuff in Pokemon, not because I wanted to do it with the whole like berry thing, and that's just a small taste of what this game will give you. It's just not my thing, but I do understand that it's a very beloved game that lots of people love playing, and I'm happy it exists. In terms of getting the platinum, not really in my wheelhouse. But let me know down in the comments section which games you're going to check out. I suspect a lot of you, if you're part of my audience, a lot of you guys love platformers. I've noticed that. And Psychonauts 2 seems like it's up your alley then. If you haven't played it already. You guys probably played it already. Yeah, you guys probably are done it already. But let me know any and all thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned to the Platinum Experience for more videos, especially those Spyro community videos that I want to put out. I will see you guys in the next videos. I hope all your trophy hunting expeditions going into people's minds go incredibly well. And peace out.